Candice Bass-Robinson, it's always a pleasure chatting to you. Nice to see you. You got a handful, in fact, more than just a handful of runners on Sunday at the CRS Big Cap. Let's kick off with the first race. Follow Your Heart, lovely debut. Natural improvement, got to make him a chance.
Yeah, he's come on nicely from his run, Alistair. I don't think out and out 1,000-metre horse. I think he's the kind of horse that's going to be looking for a mile. So, hopefully he doesn't need some speed stay in the race. But yeah, he's doing nicely, Alistair. I expect him to run well. There's a lot of first-timers in there, so obviously you're not quite sure what you're taking on. And as I said, he ultimately would be more of a miler than a 1,000-metre horse. But I thought I would rather run him here than go take him to Durbanville. So we'll take our chances. He's doing nicely. But as I say, if it's not too sharp for him.
Pair of runners in race 2. Let's start with Churchillian, the full brother to Master Archie. I've been mildly encouraged with him.
Yeah, he ran a much better race. He was disappointing first time out. I thought he would run a better race than what he did, but he was quite uptight at the start and misbehaving in the gate. So I think, his second run showed that he's a lot better than what he was first time out. I do think he's the kind of horse that still probably needs a little bit more time. He's still a little bit of a softie. Obviously, we're taking on two-time winners and things like that, so it's not an easy race for him. But the money is always attractive, and he improved so nicely in that last run. So yeah, I'm expecting him to run a nice race. Where he fits in with some of those horses, I'm not quite sure, but he shouldn't be too far off them.
What a star is interesting with the weight off. I mean, she's obviously perfectly teed up for a race like this. With her record to show for it, do you think she's capable?
She is capable, Alistair. I would love to have just run her in a normal maiden fillies race, because I think that's what she's looking for right now. And last time we said perhaps we'd bring her back to 1,000 meters, and she still looks around a lot in a race. So she's always, her work at home is always good. But obviously taking on a couple of horses that have beaten her, when they've met before. So might be a little tough for her. But again, these races come around once. She can always go back to a normal maiden, so she can take her chances in a field like this. But she's doing well at home. 3
runners in the third race. Let's kick off with Night Tiger. Where's he at?
Yeah, Night Tiger, he's in his place really, but he enjoys this trip and course. His last 2 runs here have been decent runs. So again, he's the kind of horse that's there and thereabouts, but always a hard horse to say, I fancy him to win.
Rattlesnake lost on the boardroom last time, but didn't get a penalty for being a loser by a short head ultimately, so he's got to be a big player.
Yeah, look, it was unfortunate, but I guess it goes that way sometimes. He loves this track and that sort of trip. Again, should be competitive if it's not too soon, it's not too close to that run. But yeah, he's a speedy little horse and he's an honest game little horse. So.
Rougeroon, he's just salt of the earth, isn't he?
Yeah, also, I think 1,200, perhaps a better distance for him than 1,000 meters. I think that run on Met Day, he just went a little bit hard all the way, and also, it had a couple of runs prior to that, so it was maybe just going to the well one too many times. So he's had a nice little break. He'll be nice and fresh for the 1,000, and he will be running on.
What about race 4? Babylicious has got to make a lot of appeal here.
Good run from her last time, so I think if she can repeat that run, not drawn that well. We're drawn on the outside of the course, which is not ideal, but yeah, she's doing well at home, and she should have an each way chance.
Where's Winter Rainfall at? Because she's always been capable, but never always delivered.
She hasn't. She's actually been very disappointing. I thought she would do a lot more than what she has done. She hurt herself coming out of the gates here last time. She hurt her sacroiliac, so she's been off for quite some time. I seem to have her back on track again now. She might just need a run back, but she's doing nicely at home. Hopefully with that little injury sorted, it will make a difference, but as I say, she could just need it.
Strong hand in race 5. Let's start with Tanango. He's bursting through the season, doing little wrong at the moment. Andrew Fortune on board is also very spicy.
Yeah, I thought, Aldo obviously can't make the weight, and thought Andrew would suit him, his style of racing. So yeah, he's always doing well at home. Alistair is a horse that since he's come back from that wind off, he's just constantly progressing all the time. Obviously, every time he's got to step up to the plate, he's got to step up again. A couple more horses in here with some quite strong form. But he's doing well at home, and I think he'll obviously have a chance here.
Future Variety just punches above his weight. The stronger the opposition, the better he runs almost.
He was very unlucky in the diadem. He got badly squeezed in the death, and I think he would have been right in the mix had that not happened. So I think he's come well. His last 2 runs, he's come well. He's looking particularly well at the moment. And, in a small field like this, hopefully not too much can go wrong. And I think, he might hopefully be back to his best. And if he is, then, he can certainly be a runner here.
2 runners in the CRS Big Cap. Let's start with Empire State. Obviously, stamina question marks, but he's really emerging as a smart sprinter in the making, isn't he?
He is, Alistair, but I think 1,400 is well within his reach. I think he will enjoy the 1,400. Worst of the draws, 10 out of 10, not going to be in our favour. But he's, obviously came out of a Class 5 last time. He won it very comfortably, but he's got a very big step to take here to take on one stripe. getting weight from him, but I think he'll run a decent race. Obviously the draw's not in our favour, but hopefully JP can get him in so that we're not having to make up too much ground. But I think he'll enjoy the 1400. Obviously a big step for him in a tough race, but he's doing well at home.
And Lapulga's done a little wrong of late as well.
Yeah, look, bringing him back from a 2000 to a 1400, don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but we're basically just chasing for some place money, I would say. But he took his run quite well. I've just really done nothing with him and tried to freshen him up. On his day, he can also be not too far off them.
And last runner, race 10, King's Quest, he's got to be a big player there.
Yeah, big field, and again an 11 draw, which is not really in our favour. Again, the draws were not very kind to us on Saturday, unfortunately. But yeah, he was a bit disappointing last time. He ran quite a flat race. I think maybe a little bit close to his previous run. So back in a 1400, he looks good at home, and his work is always good. So yeah, he certainly will be competitive, I think, if he can, get a bit of luck from that draw. But he might just have a little bit too much to make up in the straight.
Thanks, Candice. Happy shopping, happy racing.
Thank you.